Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we are back with the best topic in the world, and we all love it or hate it. It's really depending, but it's content, so we're making it. It's the Banlist prediction. Before you start typing in the comment section, Jesus Christ, you're bad. Take it easy. Tatsym, just relax, shut up. These cards are never gonna come back. I know, this is very unrealistic, but me and chat at twitch.tv/Tatsym, and that's you if you're watching right now. And in the future, it could be you. We made up this list, or at least I said a card. They said this is not a good idea, and I said, guess it's getting banned. So yeah, now here we are, and let me show you the result. This is a lot to take in. I completely understand. But let's go straight into it. So first of all, the most annoying card of the entire format right here is Imperial Order at the top, getting banned straight away. This card is insane. In my defense, I think you should also ban Royal Decree and Skilled Rain. But you know, this card is probably, I think, the most insane card in the entire format right now. But it's followed up by another insane format that's definitely battling for the contestant. It's Call by the Grave. Now, Call by the Grave is never going to go back to 3, and at 1 it's the most second one of ever. I think that they will ban this card to push the Nobleman of Crossouts? Extermination? Crossout Designator, that's the card. Exactly. Next up is Instant Fusion. Now, we already have Ready Fusion, and that's kind of the more extending thing, and the decks that really need Instant Fusion can also just play Ready Fusion nowadays. Instant Fusion is just generic, degenerate summoning the 1000 Eyes. It's an additional Call by the Grave. This card, being at 1, is the most secky thing ever, and I just think they're just gonna ban it now straight away, since it's basically not needed anymore, since we have Ready Fusion. There are Verti Anaconda. I made an entire video about the subject of the Verti and the Dragoon, so I will not go into it too much. I think that they will ban Verti because it limits card design. I think they're gonna limit Dragoon because it's fair in the decks that just can play it normally, but if it's limited, then it cannot be played in the decks like Subterror with Extravaganza, then you'd have to choose between the two, and I think that's a pretty fair choice to make. Then we have two Prankets hits with Meow Meow, and we have Doodoo. Now this deck is not making Konami any more money. This deck is not getting reprinted anytime soon. This deck is just obnoxious to play against, to lose to. Overall, this deck is, in my opinion at least, very unfun. Yes, it's fun to play, but that's basically all there is to say about it. It's fun if you play it and for no one else. So limiting these cards will basically effectively kill the deck or weaken it in such a good form that it's fine. Then we have the obligatory Drytron hit, Eva to 1. Now, people were asking me to ban Eva. I don't think banning Eva is necessary. There's going to be more fair support in the near future. And Drytron is honestly just a fine combo deck. I don't know, it's not too bad. It doesn't need to die yet. They tried to kill it twice already, and that didn't work, and now it's just a deck that exists. Then we have two Tribegate hits. We have the Revolt to 1 and the Tanky to 1. Now, Tanky at 1 is pretty reasonable, in my opinion, since Rota is at 1 as well. It's pretty much the same. Now, I was also kind of thinking maybe we should put Shurake to 1 instead of Revolt, but chat really didn't like that, so we are doing Revolt to 1. Now, if you're wondering what this does, there will never be a second Revolt resolving, which is basically how it should have been at the start. You have the Blaster. I also have Tidal up here. These are just the worst Dragon Rulers compared to Redux. Redux will never get banned, but these two are probably just fine to come back to at least 1. Yes, Murmble will be better. No, Murmble won't be good. The Lunalight Tiger. One of my visions about the deck, the format is, the more decks are viable, the more fun there is, because you can just play any deck you want. And I like it when there's a lot of creativity in the format, which is why Tiger and Harpower can come back to 1 to, you know, get those decks back in the game. And we already have the Mirage Stadio and the Engage back, so that's probably fine. So yeah, these cards can also just come back at 1, probably fine. I don't think at 3 is going to be a good idea. Then we have Masterpiece. Now, I had a very big speech that convinced everybody in chat that Masterpiece can go to 1, and I will talk to you about that as well. So everyone that's got screaming at the top of their lungs, no, you're probably having Vietnam flashbacks from the time that this was actually good. Nowadays, the format has evolved. You're already running a deck with and droplets and infinite impermanence and monster effects. So your deck can just guaranteedly out it. If you really have that much problems, you could just summon Underworld Goddess that's in the back right here. And yeah, that's already solving the problem. Next to the fact that it can be outed by just running main deck cards, the card is also not good at one, since, you know, Draco is not gonna live because Diagram's at one. And as long as Diagram is at one, the deck will be bad anyway. Reason number 3 why this card can just come back straight away is back then, you know, you had the entire package, you had the triple Diagram, but you also had like the double terraforming, I think, at that time even. Also, all the other cards were at like unlimited, like for example, Card of the Mice, which is just gone. This pure deck will not live. Tagging in Masterpiece in random decks is just awful. At one, definitely. The only thing that I think why this card might not be a good idea is Eldritch, but that's literally all I could think about. And Eldritch right now is terrible since it can just be stopped with an Ashura Bell. Then we have Colossus. I'm a little bit biased. Colossus to 1 doesn't do anything. Just out it, Keck W. If you can't out it or lose to it, your deck is bad. Everyone hates Alistair. This card stops Alistair. And Prankits, by the way. Really good at stopping Prankits. So, yeah, just unlock the sus. Thank you. They have Sand Mines. People in chat were saying 3/3/3. I think that's scary. I think you also have to hit like another card, like Hunter or something. I don't know this deck, but putting it at 1, probably fine. No idea what's going on. Literally no clue what this deck does. It doesn't matter. Just put it at 1, probably. Then we have some consistency hits, because Virtual World would be one of the best decks if every of these hits go through. Virtual World already loses to itself, and how do we make it more inconsistent? Just put Kaldun to 2. I just don't think there's any card in this deck specifically that is like a problem or an issue, so we just have like a small consistency tap. We have Gazelle to 2. Mir Stylo can also go back to 3, but I just kind of skipped over it. Gazelle to 2 is fine. Circle at 3 or 2 is just a very bad idea, but Gazelle to 2 is fine. This deck doesn't really do anything. It's only cool gameplay. This is one of the most fair decks in the history of Yu-Gi-Oh! At the bottom, we have a couple of old cards. Cyberjar, Fiberjar, or Morphojar. You're not playing this. Are you playing this? Are you actually going to play this? Are you actually going to play these cards? Like, actually, are you going to play these cards? You think Fiberjar will stop your Tri-Brigade deck? Good luck. There we have Yata Time Seal. Basically the same card. Basically doesn't do anything. Just literal garbage. If you're losing to these cards, you would have lost to any competent deck anyway. Infernity Archfiend, obligatory. This card has been in basically all of my predictions, because the deck doesn't do anything. Putting this card at 3 doesn't do anything. Deck's dead. Keep the launcher at 1 and the deck is honestly quite fine. Draco Face Off is the only Pendulum head you're getting from me, or unban. I hate Pendulum. Pendulum's garbage. Konami hates Pendulum. It's never gonna come back, and this card is the only thing I could do, because I like the Draco archetype. It's pretty cool. Raigeki at 3 doesn't do anything. We have Lightning Storm as well. It's kind of funny. Dark or Raigeki at 3. It'd be fun to go to like a casual local at that point. The Sekka's Light incentivized deck building. You either have to bring back Sekka's Light or Grass. It's, you know, kind of your choice. I kind of like Sekka's Light a lot. I like Grass too, but I think that Grass is just still a little bit too broken. But Sekka's Light, fine. Cool deck building. You know what's funny? If someone plays like Sekka's Light, you could just side in Mystic Mine and insta-win. So yeah, and then the last card that we are putting at 3 right now is Spiral Resort. Spiral doesn't do anything. Master Plan cannot come back due to the Souls, and as long as Souls is alive, it's basically fine to get Resort to 1. And yeah, that's basically it. I think this is all fine. More decks, more fun, more better. Everything's still viable. Nothing is really dead except Prankits, but you know, who actually likes Prankits? Be honest with me. Yeah, let me know in the comment section down below if I missed something, because there, you know, this list is quite long. Is this what Konami is going to do? Probably not. The list will probably be maybe 5 cards. That's it. But this would be a nice breath of fresh air and cleaning up the ban list so that the list gets a little bit shorter, which of course is important for the longevity of the game, because if a beginning player looks at this entire list, it's kind of difficult to like grasp your head around the idea that there are so many banned cards and limited cards in this entire game. And I think that cleaning up with all the bad cards that can just be back anyway is probably just a good idea. So yeah, I want to thank every one of you for watching, and please don't say bad words about me in the comment section down below. Catch me live at twitch.tv for more viewer participation that we do often around the channel. I mean, this list was made with my channel, with the chat. And yeah, come hang out. See you there. I want to thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.